Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights, it's episode 52 of Bright Lights, and we're here with you today with the Tyne and Weird Derby, but also the Europa League group stage draw. Before we get into that though, we have to talk about some fixtures, we have to talk about a sale that we did make. I kind of alluded to it last episode and it did happen, so for everybody that's watched last episode, you already know who the player is, but we'll go through the deal nonetheless. And yeah, we're going to go and talk a lot through. Now the reason I've paused before the draw is because a few bits of information lead into what I want to talk to that we've got here, and it's not too bad. The first thing is Mike Godin is a god, and he has started the Premier League this season with a bang. Kind of like how he did 2 years ago when we got promoted. He started with a bang. He started with a bang this year as well. He's got 2 goals already in 4 games, and it's been not too bad. Young players have been dominated by us. As you can see, Rab in 4 games has scored 5 goals, but Godin beat him to it. And Godin beat him to it because he has been absolutely amazing. We are going to congratulate him on winning Premier League Player of the Month or Young Player of the Month. The second thing is we need to talk about Durant Miguel. The first thing is after he scored that goal, he received a heavy challenge that got a red card, and he twisted his ankle in it. It was quite unfortunate. We're going to view the goals though for that one there. Well, we're going to view the goals, but then go to Mike Godin's goal. Mike Godin did score a good goal in that game, but we're going to view the next goal of ours if it will let us. We don't care about how these go in. Rog's probably hit one, Casey Palmer. But we're going to view Miguel's goal, sorry, not Mike Godin's goal. Mike's on the mind because it was an absolute wonder strike. There we go. As you can see here, we went slightly rotated. We're going to talk about the Watford game. Actually, this wasn't a red card challenge. I'm thinking of a game before. Anyhow, Wallace, Dosek, his ball to Miguel, and then Miguel takes one touch, says, thank you very much. I'm putting that one in the top bins. I thought it was quite the goal. In a game that we did struggle in, but we did end up winning. And as you can see, 4 matches played with Zidane and myself, 4 games won. We are currently sitting second in the Premier League, behind on goal difference just, but we have some games to talk about. We have some players to talk about. It's been absolutely amazing. I think the first player we have to talk about is Rab. Sebastian Rab has come in and has scored 5 and 4, and he didn't score in the last game that he played against Watford, so he was 5 and 3. He's been sensational. He scored a 10-minute hat-trick, I think it was, against not Tottenham, who did we play before? Spurs, I reckon. Against Southampton, I reckon he scored a hat-trick in 10 minutes. Yeah, 65th to the 76th. There we go. Sebastian Rab has just been sensational. It's good to have a player. We did tweet out about that Southampton game, and we will talk about it in just a second. There's other players to talk about. Rodrigo hasn't scored yet, but he's been assisting. But there is some big international transfers that we need to international news. Sebastian Rab, based on his form, has been called up by Germany. Now, that's only going to improve his reputation, only going to improve his value. So, in terms of this being a risky transfer at 14 mil, at the moment, it's proven to be an absolute masterpiece. That off the ball and finishing has been superb, and you know you'll see why it's been superb in just a second. Because I'm going to sing these guys' praises to the hill. I'm actually going to praise his recent form now, because I think it's been absolutely sensational. There we are. The other person that we do need to talk about is quite interesting, but Alex Smithies. He's been called up by England. Smithies, England, I'm all around it. I'm hoping he gets a game. I'm going to keep an eye on English results now, just to see if Smithies played. And if he's played, don't worry, we'll see how he goes. A couple of the lads in the squad, like Isaac Silva and Kim Jan, who did start in the last game. This was a slightly rotated side that we did play in the last game. I'm still unhappy that Diogo hasn't got a contract. Diogo still wants that 36 mil release fee. I'm not going to give him a 36 mil release fee. He's just going to have to deal with it. But in terms of that, that's all that we have to talk about with the squad. In terms of the transfer, it was Luizano. I think everybody knows it was Luizano. We go there. It was a good deal for us anyway. It's not there yet. I'm guessing he's moving in the future. Future transfers. There, Luzano is going for 11.5 mil against Sand in the Jan. I am going to keep him fit for Sand because this guy's been very good for us. As soon as Sand started sniffing, he kind of actually came to me and said, Damien, can I leave to go to Sand? I want to go back home. I kind of said, yeah. Said, we'll get you out for 14 mil. They didn't want to give us 14 mil. They gave us 11.25, and we're paying 5k of his wage. 5k isn't much to us, so I kind of accepted that and said, look, Luizano, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. You're a couple years away from being English. And to be quite honest, we've got enough talent in and around the squad that it's been okay. But as you can see, we are currently 4th here at the moment. 4th. We have won 4 from 4, but currently 2nd here in the Premier League. Everybody's been doing sensational. We are going to take a look through the fixtures before we do get in there. First game we did play against Fulham. Godin did get man of the match and scored. Rab did score a nice goal as well. Against Southampton, though, as you can see, Rab scored 3 goals in that game. Godin with an assist and a 9.0. You know, Mike just started so well, but everybody else playing so well. We've decided to go with Van Dijk and Burgess. Van Dijk and Burgess, Van Dijk, sorry, and Daniel. Van Dijk and Daniel have been playing really well together, and highlighted here in the Spurs games where Daniel got man of the match. Rab, they're scoring in the 70th minute as well in a very, very tight contest. I would like to say that we dominated it, which we kind of did, but Spurs had their chances. Diogo had to be on his toes, and Daniel with a couple of very good clearances as well. As you can see here in the Watford game, we actually rotated, and it looked quite good. You know, we went with Miguel there. Silva came in, didn't have the best of games. You know, Rab didn't have the best of games. Marcos didn't. But the ability to bring people like this in, you know, you got Wallace playing at left back, Kim Jan come and play at centre back, Smithy's playing in goals. You know, it was pretty good. As you can see, we did score in the 94th minute in this game. In the 94th minute, Godin did score. I actually thought it was going to be a draw because it was only meant to be 3 minutes of added time. It doesn't say so here. But Mike Godin going as clutch as he can for the club. As you can see, he's being forced away from goal, and then he just hits it. And it's through the keeper and in. Maybe the keeper should have saved it, but Mike Godin, continuing the legend that he is, for £550, he's been sensational. But yeah, it's been great fun so far at the moment. We really are been pushing on in the league. You know, 4 wins from 4. We should make it 5 from 5 against Newcastle. We should make it 6 from 6 against Leeds and 7 against 7 from Brentford before we play City. So we really could be 7-0 in the league. But anyhow, we'll see how we go against Newcastle, and we'll see how we go in the Europa League draw, as we will be back for that one there in just a second. Don't go anywhere. We're going to just sim forward to the Europa League draw, and I'll be back, and I'll see you on the other side of this snippet for the Europa League draw. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Europa League draw here with Damien. What we are going to do is we are going to get YouTube up, and we are going to put the Europa League song on as we wait for this one there. First year in Europe, we are going to put the Europa League full anthem on, the full 3 minutes. Hopefully it's not too loud over the top of me. It should be okay, and we are going to get into it. Here we go. We are seeded second, so we're going to put it on automatic draw. We are going to breathe this one in. We can't get anyone with an English group at the moment. I already see Group A and just like, yeah, I want Besiktas in it. PSV, I wouldn't mind as well. I want to avoid Juve, who ended up finishing 5th at the moment, or Chelsea, but we can't get Chelsea. But everyone else is not too bad. Just avoid Juventus's group, and we'll be happy. As you can see, Juve, the Italians, there in Group G, so we don't want Group G. Spartak Moscow there as well. Shakhtar, here we go. Anderlecht and Club Brugge. We're going to put automatic draw in the second, but as you can see through here, those are the groups so far that we can go into. I definitely don't want Group G. I don't really want Group B. I don't really want Group D because we know how good Diawara is, and he's still there. As he might actually be Olympic Lyon, and we've made a mistake there. But, you know, maybe even Group I. A trip to Moscow I'm not really want. But, you know, there's a few groups there. I think Besiktas, PSV, and Lokomotiv, not as good as Spartak, maybe. Anderlecht could be right good, the 2 Belgium sides. But we'll see who we go. We're going to be first out the hat against Besiktas. We're not. It's Villarreal. Sevilla will be in the group with Young Boys. PSV will be with Ludogorets, Olympique Marseille, Dynamo. Chelsea we can't go into. It's Wolfsburg, Salzburg, and it is Basel. Don't you dare do it, game. PAOK, okay, it's not too bad. Yes, I did do it as a pun. Watford there against Moscow. Spartak Moscow, there's Vitesse, Shakhtar, and it's Sunderland in Group J. Group J, so we got an away trip to the Ukraine to play Shakhtar, who are quite the side. Is there any team we want to avoid here? Probably Rangers or, you know, Mönchengladbach, I would say we want to avoid here too. But we'll see how we go. Rangers already out, which is great. Bates already out, which is good. Just put, yes, good. Borussia's out too, so I'm pretty happy with that. Red Star, St. Andy and Sampdoria actually would be quite difficult. I didn't see them two there. And we get Victoria Plizen, thank God. You know, a bit of an easier tie. If that was Sampdoria, we could have been in some trouble. They generally have a very good squad on Football Manager a few years ahead because they have a lot of youth. Feyenoord is who we do not want, or Standard really. I'd take Aberdeen, even though I think Aberdeen, Motherwell, I think had some really good regions that have been poached of late. So we'll see how we go. I was about to say Arook have a great squad as well. Anyway, we are going through at the moment. Feyenoord is still in there. Standard. Are we going to get Feyenoord? We do. Ooh, we got a tantalising group. If we go down and have a look at it as the Europa League anthem rings true in the background, we've got Sunderland, Feyenoord, Shakhtar and Plizen. Now, Feyenoord, where did they finish last year? I really think Feyenoord have a really good squad. They finished second. This is their key player. Oh, we're in some trouble with Feyenoord. I think we've got quite hard to get the best 4th seed out there. If we go back down to Group J, obviously Shakhtar are Shakhtar. You know, we know a lot about Shakhtar. You know, they're hot prospects, the Ukrainian, who we will scout, 16-year-old, but their key player is the Italian in Antonio. He's a very good striker, doesn't he? He looks well-rounded. And then Victoria Pleasant, I expect them to be the whooping boys, but you never know. Pleasant do have some very good... I love the Europa League anthem, the way it finishes off there. That is not bad at all. We are going to pause that before the Champions League anthem comes on because we're not in that group stage draw. But if we go to Plizen there, their key player is Milik. Milik's very well rounded, but I expect Plizen's team to be of one that is decent and then drops off a fairway, but we'll definitely go and have a look through what Plizen will offer us. Anyway, that is the Europa League draw, and we will be back in just a second to show you the Tyne and Weir derby, as it will be second place Sunderland away at Newcastle at St James's Park. Welcome back here, YouTube. It is now the Tyne and Weir derby here with Newcastle. I'm not going to play Smithies. I'm going to make sure that he's available for the English game. We are going to get the Augur in. But apart from that, it's going to be as full strength as we can be. Dosek and Miguel were, rotating in and out. I would have actually played Miguel in this game here because he did score in the last one. Anyway, it was Burgess, Daniel, Van Dijk, who's actually started the league really well. If he could get his headering up, he would be quite the player for us, the wonder kid. But as you can see, 3 games at a 7.07. He's actually left-footed, which I didn't know, so maybe that's why you've always played poor for him, because you played him on the right. De Silva there. Dosek, though, has been growing as this wonder kid. I can use him as a deeper line playmaker and anchor man. I just think he offers us so much as a ball-winning midfielder because he's got his anticipation and bravery. He's obviously really good. He's got his teamwork. He's got decent tackling. I just really rate him in there as a ball-winning midfielder. Anyway, and when he came to us, he was more natural in it. Anyway, got in there playing on the Mazzala on support. Mazzala on attack for Godin. Mazzala on support when Durante Miguel plays in there. Attack for Godin. Alex there, though, playing in the hole with Hala. Rab, who's been in great scoring forward. And Marquez, he hasn't scored yet, but hopefully he does. Turam hasn't played a game yet, and he's got 60% fitness. I feel bad. Silva came off the bench in the last one. Isaac Silva has been playing very well. There's a game I tweeted out, which was the game where we won 3-0. He came on and changed the game. Hala was having a shocker at 6.6. He came on, got an 8.4. Alex has been playing all right. He's been keeping match fit. He's been getting games in there. He hasn't started growing yet, the wonder kid, but he will definitely get more games as we get into Europe. With the injury to Godin, I actually decided to call Chris Robertson up because he's very natural in the Mazzala role. And I think that he has a lot of potential to grow into, does the young midfielder that we did pick up for the cheap. Kim Jan off the bench, and Wallace is not 100% fit. So for the first time this season, Walcott's not either. We might just leave it like that anyway. And if Wallace needs to come on, he'll come on. Hopefully he's not injured to De Silva. Anyway, that is the team there. Hopefully you guys get to see the best of Rab, and hopefully you guys get to see the best of everybody else in and around. And hopefully it's a very good performance between us and Newcastle. Koname, a player that we've scouted for a very long time, that Newcastle just picked up. Very, very pacey, but that's really it. And then they got Rog, Palmer. It's a very decent side. Otamendi's probably a bit old now. Mvogo is a very good player, and that's Timothy Fossa-Mensah, who used to grow into a really good player. He's actually grows into quite a limited player right now in FM. Maybe he just didn't get enough game time as a youngster, but previous FMs used to grow into a great player. Anyway, Jay De Silva is absolutely looking up and about for this one here, and we are going to have the faith. Alex is captain, and we will set the opposition instructions, and we will get into it at St James's Park. It's a big day, and it's a tremendous occasion. There we are. I thought it was Durant Miguel. Look at these two. They're very similar. Apart from the eyebrows, these two could have been brothers. Obviously, I'd rather have him. I know perform as well as we can. We will get a result. It is going to be Newcastle in the black. It's going to be Sunderland in the red and the white. Is it going to be another win, and we're going to go 5 from 5 in the league, or is Newcastle going to end our winning run? Anyway, the first moment of the game is a crunching challenge by Dosek in the ball winning midfielder role, and it is going to be Sunderland and Newcastle at St James's Park. Hopefully we do play well. I'm looking for us to win, and straight away we are on top of the ball. There we go. The game against Watford, we couldn't keep the ball at all, and it makes it a lot difficult for ourselves. But when we do keep the ball well, I expect us to win most games. As Halle gets there, Marquez with the header. He's just missing chances like that. He's had chances to score, Marquez. He's hit the post from a lot of corners. He's done everything, but he hasn't. When Rab gets a chance, Rab doesn't miss. He just buries. I haven't seen him miss one. Every time I see Rab get a chance in and around that 6-yard box or 1v1, it just goes in. Anyway, Alex there with the corner, whips it in towards the back post. Marquez with the header, and Godin scores again. Mike just loves the Premier League. Last season, you got to remember, he had a bit of an injury. He was just getting into form. He started the league poor, but he's just getting into form. He's just scored 2 goals in 2, and then he got injured for, I think, 6 to 8 weeks. Got in. This year, though, he just looks sensational. He loves popping up in and around the box. He likes getting forward. He likes hitting shots. And there is Mike Godin again. Marquez's third assist for the year, by the way. And there we are. Good start from us in terms of keeping the ball. We've limited them to only 6 shots and nothing on target, which I don't mind at all in the first half. And we will take a 1-0 lead here against Newcastle. And we have taken 14 shots as well. Maybe we should be all right. I'm going to be telling them I'm quite happy with the way they're playing. If we can get another 14 shots in this half, we're probably going to score 2 or 3, especially if Rab gets on it. Anyway, Alex with the ball, and it will be a free kick. It will be Haller from distance. Haller hits it, and high, wide, and not at all pretty. I would expect Alex to probably hit it. I know Haller's got decent one, but I'm pretty sure Alex has got like 15, 16 free kick taking. What's Haller's free kick taking anyway, by the comparison? It's not bad. It's 14. He probably still should hit the target from there. I'm pretty sure Alex has got better, though. He's got 15. It's not much. Anyway, 60 minutes played. We are going to look at making a change. Rab hasn't had the best of it, but we will keep him out there for now. I'm actually going to bring Alexander in for Alex. Alexander just needs some game time. We need to get him fit and growing as well. We just don't want him to lose his match sharpness before the Europa League as well. Hallen now with a chance from the free kick. Hits it. Oh, I just killed away from the keeper. A little bit too much. Another clear-cut chance for us. I'm thinking about Rab coming off here in the 75th. And we'll see how we go as time's ticking away here. 74th, 75th. Rab hasn't had his best of games. I haven't seen anything from Rab at the moment. But Joe Silva will come on there as the advance forward. Need to get the Wonder Kid some game time, of course. Joe Silva's lost that Wonder Kid tag, which is not the best. Anyway, it should be a highlight for us or them. It's not been cleared away well, and it will be a highlight for Newcastle. And Travnia with a chance to get down the byline. He shoots, and in the end, it's well wide, and we'll take highlights like that every day of the week. Got in there on a yellow card we could take off. We are going to take off late doors. We're not going to go defensive. We are just going to give Robertson a game time here and put him as a Mazzala on support because I think he's a little bit more defensively minded. And that would be it. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to go defensive as much this season, but maybe we should here as they get a corner free kick there and they have scored in the dying seconds to make it 1-1. There we are. Just push forward, boys. There we go. We've conceded. Just dominate the game, and yet again, it is us there conceding late, and what is new with Sunderland? There we go. And saying that, we've been quite open at the back, so maybe we don't deserve it. Anyway, they could win it here at the death, as Ontiveros puts it in. It's headed away from Daniel, who's not had the best of games as well. Hold your ball there, finds Ontiveros. Ontiveros crunching tackle there by Dosek. Dosek there will clear up the line. Marquez will flick on, and it's going to be full time as it goes out of play. And it is going to be our first drop points for the season. It's away at Newcastle in the Tyne and Weir Derby. They're never easy, the Derby. But that one there probably stings a bit because we did dominate it enough. But, you know, Sebastian Rab never got a chance. If he did get a chance, he would have scored. I'm going to tell him that simply put, it was not good enough. You know, Diogo had a decent game, nothing could do. Everyone else, though, never had a great one apart from Mike got in there. There's not much he can do. No, you know, when players don't rock up, they don't rock up. And unfortunately for us, no one rocked up then today to play apart from Godin. Going to attend the press conference. I'm pleased. It's nice for the lads. I'm guessing Liverpool haven't played. Are playing well confidence, anything can happen. I don't think so. They'll learn from that experience and come back much better. Obviously, they deserve it. Sergio Sampier on loan there, only getting 10 minutes as he's being eased into the side there. But that is going to be the end of the episode of episode 52. Links in the description below. We'll see you on Twitch and on the Twitter. On Twitch, we will planning to probably stream later tonight. I'm going to bring a game which is going to be Victoria Plizen. As our first ever Europa game. We're just going to do it as a game by itself against Plizen. We'll probably do it as a YouTube episode before I go to work. You know, I've still got another hour, so I would imagine we're going to get through that Leeds game fairly easy and then Plizen. But then after that, everything else will probably be streamed on Twitch. We do have coaching tonight. It's a warm night, so it could be an early night for coaching. So we'll probably be on Twitch later on. Anyhow, that is the end of episode 52. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Give it a like if you have. That's going to be Damien, Sunderland, and Bright Lights ending for this episode, and be episode 53 next time when I see ya.